What's good, everybody? Let me straighten my hat. What's good, everybody? Big Game James here, Silver and Blue Nation. You know how we do, Big Game James. I see my dog Law Nation's on live. Shout out to you, Law, going against a heavyweight right now, the big dog. So hopefully y'all want to listen to little old me because I know Law going to have about 100 million people over in that feed. But if you want to listen over here and talk about these tight ends, feel free to jump on in here and let's talk about these tight ends because we got something to talk about. Some quick Cowboys news. Well, let me give a quick shout out to anybody who's in here now, and if you come on in here, get on in here. Ninja Nuts, Stephen Arthur, who else ever I see people watching but maybe not saying anything, viewing, jump in here, talk, say whatever you like. But shout out to my boo thing. It's our second year anniversary. We've been together. Well, we've known each other for 5 years. And today is our second year anniversary of being together. So I'm going to give her a shout out to her. I love you, boo thing. Appreciate you. Love you for everything that you've done for me, how you stuck by me, how you've been my ride and die, how you've been my dog. Through thick and thin, always been supporting me no matter what. So truthful, so open, so honest, so lovely, so beautiful, so everything. So a special shout out to you today. You make me who I am. I always strive to be a better person because of you. And I really appreciate everything you've done in my life, my sons, beautiful daughters, just your daughters, everything that's come between this time since we've met has been beautiful, and I hope it can continue to grow bigger and better. So shout out to my boo, Miss Riri. Thank you, and I love you so much. Shout out to you, babe. All right, what's up, Gambino? Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about some Blake Jarwin, y'all. We're going to talk about some Blake Jarwin and some Jason Witten, how you got to go, man. This tight end thing is bare, but let's talk about some other things real quick before we jump on these tight ends. I mentioned yesterday about those receivers. Now, I don't honestly that they're talking about the CBA. The CBA was proposed. The owners agreed on it, and they're going to shoot it to the players. I honestly don't think the players are just going to jump up there and say, "Hey, yeah, we'll take a 17-game season," even though you're going to give us an extra game check. But I feel what they say, the top players are still going to be underpaid on that game. Adding more playoff teams to the playoff games, adding a few more teams. I kind of do like that, but maybe not. I don't know. I'm not really tripping off that. Some other things, I didn't really get in deep on the proposals, but I know that marijuana is going to be talked about, and if they do, usually when the CBA or the owners shoot out what they like and they agree on it, it never usually sees the players, oh, yeah, we agree on everything you say. Let's make this happen. It never usually happens like that. I've never seen it really happen like that. So I don't think that players are just going to say, hey, yeah, we love everything you're saying. Let's go ahead and sign this. So I think there's still going to be some back and forth. But the whole point of me saying this is that if that CBA does happen to get signed sooner than later, you're only going to have the one tag. You're not going to have the potential two tags. And that's what everybody's been talking about with the Cowboys, are the two tags instead of the one tag. And if that some by crazy chance that they do agree quickly, now you have one tag. And if you haven't signed Dak Prescott yet and they said talks are broke off and you still have Amari Cooper hanging, we already know. I already told you Byron Jones, I don't think is coming back. By Robert Quinn, you're not going to tag him. But you lose that possibility of using that tag on Amari, and then he's a free agent. Now you could lose him. So I told y'all how I wanted him, and the Cowboys, they always do this dumb stuff, slow foot, play around, do all the dumb stuff in the media, whatever. You could have already signed Dak Prescott. He said it himself. We all thought y'all were going to do it. You didn't do it. Now, if this happens, or the CBA happen to show up and show out and they happen to sign it, which I don't think it will happen like that, I'm just me, you're going to lose one of those tags. And if you don't have Dak signed, you're going to have to use it on one of them. And if Dak is your guy that you've been saying, we're going to see. It's about to get even more interesting in the NFL and in Cowboy land. So keep your eye on that one right there. What's up, Jay the Great, Bobby M? What's up? Like I said, Gambino. Keep on getting here. Jawan James, what's good with y'all? Appreciate you. Thank you very much for the happy anniversary. keep on getting in here. We know how we do slowly get in here, but yeah, man, that'll be kind of funny, but we'll see how it goes. But like I said, the free agency, the draft, all that's we're gonna see how that pertains to who they're gonna keep. So gonna be very interesting once again. But let's just jump right into it and let's talk about these daggone tight ends, or the lack of tight ends. Everybody knows Blake Jarwin. He's the man. I've been liking Blake Jarwin since he's came in the league with the Cowboys as an unrestricted rookie free agent, 2017. I watched him in camp right before he got hurt. Really loved kept on wondering, like, who is this dude? He was big. And it looks like he's like 6'7" or 6'8", but he's not that size. But he looks like he's that size. But I just was keeping my eye on him like, yo, who is this dude? Who is this dude? Because he was looking good in camp, man. He was looking good in camp. So I'm like, okay, let's keep an eye on this dude. Then he got hurt. But I kept on wondering who was Blake Jarwin. Went back on the files, checked him at Oklahoma State. Didn't really see a lot. He was a walk-on, saw a little bit, but you could see he had some talent. That get-go off the line of scrimmage, that not a second gear, but he's like a gazelle, big gazelle to me. And just was always intrigued, and the Philadelphia Eagles were definitely intrigued as they almost tried to take him off the practice squad from the Cowboys. The Cowboys activated him in 2017 toward the end of the year, so they didn't scoop him, so that told you something how they felt about Blake Jarwin. 2018 had a pretty good year, considering he wasn't playing crazy amount of snaps, and you saw toward the end of the year it wasn't really getting the ball at the beginning of the season, and then he balled out at the end, and we all know what he did in that Giants game, setting records, 3 touchdowns, went ham, went nuts. Had another good game. We're going to show a couple of clips and highlights of what we really like about Blake Jarwin. But let's talk about his stats right quick. Blake Jarwin, along with, Dak Prescott having a career year, Blake Jarwin has some really good stats this season, considering only playing 39% of the snaps. So if you look at his stats that you see, 31 receptions, 365 yards receiving, 11.8 yards a game. Career highs in 31 receptions, career high in yards. Averaged 22 yards a game because, basically didn't get a lot of the ball. 8.9 targets, good. Had a 75.6% catch radius per pass to catches, which was also good. Only had 1 drop, even better. You love that. You have a guy who has 31 receptions out of 41 targets and only has 1 drop, so his catch radius is very good. Good size, not super great speed, but you love just the traits Blake Jarwin shows in the small amount of time. I mean, when he gets the ball, things happen. You see when he gets the ball, yards after the catch are very good. What's up, boo? Oh, shoot. Boo thing got the dranky. She got the dranky drink. Boo thing got the dranky drink. Go ahead and pour it, Boo thing. Boo thing got the dranky drink. She got the dranky drink. Yeah, pour that. Happy anniversary. Pour that Pour that shit. Hit that damn like button like Gambino said. You feel me? Hit that damn like button. Yeah, Boo thing got the drink. She got the drink and the drink. Y'all heard me. I know. Yeah, Blake Jarwin is a free agent, but the Cowboys, it's one of those types. He's a restricted free agent, so the Cowboys are pretty much going to have first dibs on anything that happens with him. So I don't foresee any problems with them signing Blake Jarwin. But like I said, one of the things you like Blake Jarwin is he can spread the field. He can stretch the field. That's what I really like about him. I'm going to watch a couple clips that I really like and what you see and what excites you about him. He can stretch the field, especially the middle of that field. And he's really good at the yards after catch. And he gets on the defense quickly, very quickly. So let's check out something right quick. This is that Giants game, first Giants game. Thanks, babe. I'm going to show that again right quick. Blake Jarwin. This is what you love about Blake Jarwin. Stretches that field, man. Stretches that field, man. You get what I'm saying? Stretches that field. Loves killing the middle of the field, and that's what you need. That's why you got to bring this guy back. Okay? That's why you got to bring this guy back. He stretches that middle of the field. You see, actually, it was kind of a bad play by the Giants, but you see how he can get to the middle of that field. A few plays when you see a lot of the times he does the damage. Obviously, he can work with the quarterback, but the thing that you really love about him is how he kills the middle of that field, and he can get up on those linebackers and those safeties very, very quickly. And that's what gets you really excited about Blake Jarwin is the yards after catch, how he can get up on that defense, just excites you. And I know they're going to sign him, but they really really needs to be the focal point of this offense. Not the focal point, but he needs to be a focal point at the tight end spot. Going to show another clip that I like, and this is the one kind of look reminiscent of when he did this, and he had his 3 touchdown game. What's your thoughts on Blake Jarwin? Give me y'all's feelings and what's your thoughts. What's your thoughts on Blake Jarwin?
Tony Pollard, the deep man, the rookie from Memphis.
What are your thoughts on Blake Jarwin? Bring him back? Well, of course you want to bring him back. You think he should be our starter? You think they should sign somebody in free agency and make him the starter? Or you think Blake Jarwin should be the guy? Should Blake Jarwin be the man as far as starting, as far as the tight end? They re-sign him. Should he be the guy? As we get another clip getting ready to come up. No, I'm sorry. I think Schultz is kind of weak. That's just my opinion, Gambino. I'm going to keep it all the way real. I just think Dalton Schultz is just a regular dude. He's not anybody that we're going to be getting excited about. He can block okay. He can catch okay. But, come on. He had 1 catch this season. We're going to talk about him next. But, yeah, 1 catch this season, man. I just think he's regular, and I think maybe they overdrafted him. I don't know, but I don't think he's going to turn into anything huge for the Dallas Cowboys. Get some more Blake Jarwin right quick. It's another game that we had right here. And this, like I said, this was reminiscent of last year at the end of the year. So reminiscent of that. The play looked almost like identical when Dak was running out the pocket, guided Blake Jarwin out of there and said, hey, come on, man. We need you to do this. Follow me. Bap. You see Blake Jarwin on the crossing route. Dak didn't throw the greatest pass to him, but Blake Jarwin adjusts. Good catch on the fly, brings it down, and here, look at that get-go after that. That's what you like to see, that get-go. That's what gets you excited, that yards after the catch, dog. And he's just like a big gazelle to me, you feel me? He's just like a gazelle. I don't know how else to explain Blake Jarwin, but the man just excites me. I like watching him play. Cowboys make him the focal point as far as the tight end position. Re-sign this man. Let's see what he can do. He had a career year as far as this season on 39% of the snaps. 39% of the snaps, and you seen what he did. Let's look at one more play about Blake Jarwin that gets me excited. And what else is he doing? You see 2 games already. What has he done? Stretch the field, stretch the middle of the field. That's what he does. That's what Jason Witten does not offer. You get what I'm saying? I know Jason Witten is the old guy, whatever, but that's what he does not offer. But a Blake Jarwin, he can get up on them linebackers. He can get past that safety. That's what he really offers you, and that's what you need. The Cowboys need 1 or 2 tight ends that can be able to stretch this field, can be able to do damage in the middle of the field so it can open up for these other guys, Ezekiel Elliott, open up for your receivers, all kind of things. Got another play right here where he's stretching the field. As you see, look at him getting up on the defense, getting up on that getting up on that linebacker, stressing that safety. That's what Blake Jarwin offers. That's what he can do for you. And that's why you need to make this guy that top priority as far as your tight end position. I don't care. I'd rather go with the draft free agency because a guy's going to cost too much. And if a guy costs too much, then they're going to want to make him the focal point. And we'll go through some free agents that are out there, and we'll throw it out there. But for me, I'd rather you just go with maybe a young tight end, let Blake Jarwin be the guy, and let him just kind of take over that mantle and work with these other dudes. But Blake Jarwin, to me, has to be the guy now. Ha, Manuel Coronel. Yeah. Yeah, I don't give a hell about Shannon Sharp. We know he's a hater, but it is what it is. What's up, Kevin Bilbo? No Dak Ninja. What's good with you? So now let's talk about another guy who we don't even got highlights for this guy. You feel me? Like you ain't even got highlights for this guy. So we all wait. Let me ask y'all opinion before we go to the next tight end. Are we all in on Blake Jarwin? Is anybody not in on Blake Jarwin? Just tell me. And if you're not in on Blake Jarwin, tell me why. Is everybody that's in this feed or listening to this feed right now all in on Blake Jarwin? Should he be the starting tight end? Should he be the guy that gets most of the snaps? Because remember, we're going to talk about a free agent that's old and man, and he was only supposed to get 20% of the snaps. 20% of the snaps. Ended up getting over 75% of the snaps. After only, I'm only going to come back and get 20% of the snaps, come off the bench and do whatever the team needs to do. Yeah, right. I never believed that. As soon as you signed on, as soon as Jason Witten came back, I was mad and frustrated because I already knew he was going to take time away from Blake Jarwin. I already knew Blake Jarwin was going to develop, was going to get stunted, and he still had a career year. You get what I'm saying? All right, no Dak Ninja, let's go. Jay Jones says yes. Kevin Bilbo, yes. Stephen Arthur, yes. We should all be on Blake. We should all be in on Blake Jarwin. I mean, the kid's nice. The kid is nice. So let's see. Now this other dude, man, wow. This guy right here though. I'm not gonna lie. When they drafted Dalton Schultz out of Stanford, I looked at his tape. Was a good blocker. That's the thing that stood out to me. Number one about him, good blocker, pretty decent hands. Not the greatest speed to me. I don't like that. I want my tight ends to have some speed. I want my tight ends to be able to go, get up on you. I want my tight ends not just to be a threat with the hands. I want my tight end to come after you. You know what I'm saying? Stress the defense. Like Blake Jarwin. I want my tight end to beat you on the middle of the field, beat you on some outrights. I want my tight end to stress you. You get what I'm saying? That tight end is a deadly, deadly weapon, especially used right. We see Kelsey, we see Kittles, we seen Antonio Gates, we seen Tony Gonzalez, I seen Kellen Winslow, I seen Ozzie Newsome, I seen Jay Novacek. I mean, you can even miss Jason Witten. I mean, tight ends. If you get a really good tight end, changes everything. But this guy right here, Dalton Schultz, I think he's just a dude. I think, maybe they overdrafted him. I don't think he's going to amount to really anything. I think he's just going to be a regular dude. They need to get some work for him. Not too much you can say. You see 13 receptions for 122 yards in 2 years. So basically you add that up, 12 receptions his first year, 1 reception this year. I asked myself, why was he on the roster? You haven't seen anything from him. He has basically done anything. 12 catches his first year. I think he averaged 10 yards a catch. This year, 1 freaking catch, man. Seriously, but that's because you wanted to play Jason Witten when you really should have been trying to find out this development on this Dalton Schultz kid. Okay, because you spent a 4th-round pick. Just like I told you with Chris Covington, the linebacker from Indiana. You wasted that 4th-round pick, and these guys, or I think Covington was a 5th-rounder, but you spent a 4th-round pick on this dude, and look, I mean, what is he? He's so regular to me. I don't really think Dalton Schultz is anything special. He's just a guy. I don't know. They can use him like as the H-back, but, there's nobody really in the stable. Like I said, Blake Jarwin's a restricted free agent. He's the only really tight end that they have on the roster. I'm going to bring up another kid. I don't even know I can say this dude's name. They signed him on a reserve thing. But what's your thoughts on Dalton Schultz? Do you think he has potential on this roster to amount to anything, or you think this is a wasted pick? Give me your thoughts. Wasted pick, or still let's see what he can do? What are your thoughts on Dalton Schultz? Wasted pick, or he still got some potential? I don't think he's a wasted pick, but he's not going to amount to anything with Dallas, I believe. I think he's just going to be a regular dude. If they keep him, he's not going to do anything special. Might catch some passes here and there, have some good blocks here and there. But I think that's just about it. Don't think he's really going to offer anything. And I like for them to really see if they can get somebody else in this draft. I don't really the tight end free agency class is decent. But the guys that are good are probably going to get re-signed for more money that the Dallas Cowboys are going to dole out. So that's why I'm not getting excited about this free agent tight end class. Yeah, a lot of y'all saying wasted pick. I mean, come on, man. Like, seriously? What is he? He's just a regular guy. He's just a guy. He's not anybody special. He's just a guy. Then we got Cole Hakutini. I don't know. I think that's what it is. Hakutini. Tell me if I'm wrong. Sign him on a reserve future contract. I know nothing about this dude. I just put him up here because I saw the tight ends, and that was there. They made me mad because they had a dude. See if any of y'all can remind me of this guy. He was in the preseason. What was his name? I liked him. The Cowboys cut him, and he was showing up in these preseason games. And he was like a 4 or 5 year vet, a little kind of semi-journeyman. What was his name? If any of y'all know that, tell me his name. He was playing really good in the preseason this past season. They cut him because I knew they were Witten and all that BS. What the hell was his name? I liked him. Had some pretty decent size. Was catching everything out plucking everything out the air. Tell me if any of y'all remember this dude. He was in the preseason. No, not McElroy. Damn, what was his name? No, it wasn't McElroy. It was somebody else. Oh, what the hell is his name? It's going to come to me. But I know who you're talking about, but it wasn't him. He played really good, and I believe, in the Rams game. And I was like, man, we need to keep messing with him, but I knew he was going to get cut. Well, if y'all think about him, it's not McElroy, it's somebody else. Somebody. As soon as you say the name, I'll know instantly if anybody has it. Somebody pull up a roster or something. But there he is. So right now you got Dalton Schultz, who's basically done nothing. We got Blake Jarwin, who we're all in on, saying, yes, we love Blake Jarwin, make him the man. He needs, like I said, to play more than 39 snaps. If you're getting 39 snaps and you're getting 31 reception and 39% of the snaps, imagine if he's playing 75% of snaps. We know his flaws. His flaws blocking. We know he's not the greatest blocker. But there's a lot of tight ends. To Kellen Winslow, and I'm not comparing him to these top dogs. But what I'm saying is donation. I just like to say that. It just comes out of, I don't mean to do it. It just spits out of my body. I try to control it. It's kind of like Tourette syndrome, something like that. It just comes out of nowhere. So be careful when it just spits out like that. Anyway, Kellen Winslow, or Ozzie Newsome or some of these best tight ends out there, they're not the greatest blockers. Obviously, you got Kerry Kittles Kerry Kittles. They block, Kelsey, they do those type of things. They're multifaceted. We understand that Blake Jarwin has to work on his blocking, but, he needs to be the guy. And Dalton Schultz, hey, you can be a good blocking end tight end. When they go double tight ends, you can be one of the blockers, maybe get a sneaky reception here and there. But that's all he is. And this kid that I got right there, I don't even know what he is. So I'm not even going to talk about him because I don't even know what you are. For real. I know nothing about you at all. Nothing. Straight up. And now we're going to get to some free agents on the Cowboys. Well, one big free agent, and I'm going to ask y'all what y'all want to do with him. I don't want him back. I'm sorry. If they want him as a backup role, I don't want him even as a backup. I'm just keeping it real. This man right here. I don't even want him as a backup. I'm sorry. The Jason Witten thing is over with me. I'm sorry. It's over. It's just over. Okay, to me, it's over. Just my opinion. I know he might be in the Ring of Honor, definitely a Hall of Famer. We know this. Okay, no doubting. I love witnessing his time that he did, and who am I to tell him when he can retire? I ain't nobody. But from my perspective, it's time. It's over. 37, 38 years old. I mean, we've seen the yards after catch, minimal to none. We understand that he can get open in the middle of the field, but that's about it. I would play a couple highlights, but for what? There's no point. He's going to have the one-hand reception for a touchdown, but at the end of the day, I mean, the stats here: 63 receptions, 529 yards, 8.4 yards a game. I think this is close to his career low. If it wasn't not his career low, 33 yards a game, 4 touchdowns, 75% catch rate is. But guess what? It had 6 targets a game, but guess what? Had 6 drops this season. Was the passes all the best? Probably not. I'll definitely say they probably weren't. Played 75% of the snaps. Those are things that bother me. 6 drops, yeah, because Jason Witten didn't drop a lot of passes in his career. 75% of the snaps, that definitely bothered me because I did not want him see him do that because it was going to stunt Blake Jarwin's growth. And then look, 529 yards, really? That's for 63 catches as a tight end. You should definitely have more yards than that. 8.4 yards a game and offers absolutely nothing for yards after the catch. And, screaming on the sidelines and maybe it sounds like I'm bashing Jason Witten, but I'm not. But it just seems like, he got a pass when Dez Bryant was on the sideline screaming, going hollering, trying to get the team up or pissed off about something. Everybody threw up in arms and went crazy on Dez, saying he's not a team player. Look at him being selfish, blah, blah, blah. But when Jason Witten blows up and when Jason Witten does all this other stuff, blowing up on the sidelines, yelling, oh, he's an inspirational leader. He's a leader. He's bringing his guys to battle. But why isn't that being selfish? And also, I'm going to say this as well, that I believe Jason Witten, part of him, I definitely believe he wants to get a ring, but I definitely believe he won that touchdown record too. And I believe he's only 1 away from tying and 2 from overtaking it. And you best believe you don't think he's not thinking about that, trying to come back to Dallas and get that touchdown record. You're the all-time leader in receptions. You're the all-time leader in yards. And you're 2 away from being the all-time leader in touchdowns, receiving touchdowns. That's a trifecta. You get what I'm saying? But you know what? This is my heart. Dez Bryant should have that. Dez Bryant should have that. And this ain't about anything else, but Dez Bryant should have that. He played in less games, I think 100 less games. Was injured half a season. You know what I'm saying? And got those touchdowns. I think Dez should get this, and I hope he does keep it. And nothing, no love, no hate for no Jason Witten, but it's just time. Y'all tell me, y'all want Witten back? It's time. What y'all saying? I'm gonna look in here. Yeah, that's it. Marcus Lucas. Thank you, Chris Shaw. Appreciate you. Marcus Lucas. That's who it was. I liked him. Jay Jones as well. Marcus Lucas. That's who his name was. But yeah, he don't want to be a team player. That's what I'm saying. It's like he gets a pass. Witten gets a pass and be able to do whatever he wants, yell on sidelines, do whatever he wants. And nobody says nothing to Jason Witten. But anybody else does it, they a distraction. Why isn't he a distraction when he does it? It's his time for him to go. And I see a lot of y'all saying the same thing. Derek Clegg, Jay Jones, Bobby M, Q Nicholson, No Dak Ninja, David Jenkins. What's up with your big dog? Manuel Correa, Cornea, sorry. So y'all feeling me? It's time to go, dog. It's over. It's time to go. So I don't want to hear no more of it. So I think he needs to go, and let's jump right into something else right quick. Gambino, I'm gonna answer that. No, it was. I posted that on my page today. That Dez Bryant, it wasn't an official workout. He was over there at a facility right next to the Star. Jane Slater was reporting that it was not an official workout today. He was just out training, doing his thing, working out, but it was not an official workout from the Dallas Cowboys. Jane Slater reported it. She said it numerous times that it was not an official workout. Dez was working out by the Star like he has been doing, and basically still doing what he wants, what he's trying to do. Get on with the Dallas Cowboys, get on there, get on the roster, things of that nature. But it was not an official workout today. What up, Lord Nova 85? Got you. Corona. Nice. There we go. I'm good. I appreciate you, dog. Now I ain't gonna never mess it up. Now I ain't gonna never mess it up. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, Tua might have been a Cowboys fan, buddy, but he ain't gonna be no Cowboy. He can be a Cowboy fan all he wants to. He ain't gonna be no Cowboy. What's up, Loons? Hey, donation. Hey, y'all need to get these donation popping. You know why? The only reason I'm asking that or saying that, because did y'all see the news? I forgot. Well, we got them free agents up right now. Did y'all hear the news? Going to the combine, baby. I got my tickets. I'm so geeked up. I told y'all I went through this little side thing a couple years ago. How I got these. Actually, producer G got the combine tickets. A friend of his, or I think his cousin or something like that, had these combine tickets. He wasn't able to go, and he gave them to us, and we were able just to go to the combine. It was awesome. There was a couple players I was really liking. Michael Gallup was one of the guys I really got to watch up close and personal, and he really kind of sold me. I made a Coach J Film Day video, and I talked about DJ Chark, and Michael Gallup were my two guys I wanted the Cowboys to draft as a receiver. I wanted Chark first because I like Chark had more speed, but I like both of them. But that combine was awesome. Got to see a lot of good things, and just the experience. I got to meet Brian Broadest, Hellman, all those guys. Got to talk to them, wooty woo. But this time, going Saturday and Sunday, and I'm gonna be watching the D line, linebackers, and cornerbacks and safeties. And what killed me though was this, y'all. Check this out before I jump into these free agent titans. Check this out, y'all. I got a homeboy. Shout out to Darren Smith. I don't have the exact radio station. I apologize, my dog. But he's on ESPN Kansas City. Mr. Darren Smith, he's my homie. We did a show. He did a show with me probably about last year, right before the season. Yeah, you see them Chiefs won, and he called a lot what came true. So I posted. I said, "Yo, I'm going to the combine. Woo, got my tickets. I didn't think it was gonna happen because I thought they were gonna play me, but they sent me my tickets." He hit me up and was like, "You know what? You should have hit me up a little bit earlier. I could have got you these media credentials." Seriously? Seriously? You could have got me media credentials? So he's like, yeah, the deadline already passed. He said, I'll still see what I can do, but the deadline's already passed. But are y'all serious? I'd have been at the combine having my media credentials. What? I'd have been, man. Dude, it'd have been nuts. Y'all would have seen every damn interview in your life. But I still got some pull with some things going down to this combine. So hopefully what I do down there will work, and I'll still get some banging interviews. I'm definitely going to get some good footage. Definitely going to get some good stuff where we can see some close workouts. If you're not watching on any of these networks or anything like that, if you're not able to, you'll be able to watch it on mine. I'll try to get as much as I can, and I'm going to try to get some pop and banging interviews. I don't give a hell. I'm trying to make that thing pop. So that's next weekend, next Saturday and Sunday. We're going to be getting it in. So make sure you tune in to Silver and Blue Nation during that period of time and see if we can get some stuff jumping. But, hey, you still want to donate to the cause, donate to the cause to make that stuff bang. And Vegas, getting ready to get up for that NFL draft too. Hey, we just donate to the cause to make that happen. To get Big Game James there. You feel me? Make it happen, y'all. Make it happen. Yeah, so you see the names I got, right? Eric Ebron, 27 years old, market value 4 years, 29 mil, average salary 7.4 mil. I don't see the Cowboys doing that. Hunter Henry, market value 4 years, 35 mil, average salary 8.9 mil. I don't see Cowboys doing that. You see, I got Luke Wilson. I like Luke Wilson. I always liked him when he was over there at Seattle. Austin Hooper, I think, is with Atlanta. Young boy, 24, 25. Tyler Eifert, I've always liked Tyler Eifert. He just always stayed hurt, but he's around, 30, 31 years old. He's an option. He could be a 1-year plug. I wouldn't mind a Tyler Eifert. Your boy just got released today too, but I'm out on him. Your boy from Washington. What's his name? I'm out on him. Concussion guy. That's all I call him. Concussion man. What the hell is his name? Jordan Reed. I love Jordan Reed's talent, but no, I'm cool on him. That's a concussion waiting to happen. He done had like 10 of them. No. But do any of you guys like these names? Would you want to sign any of these guys? I like Ebron. I've been liked him. I liked him before when he left Detroit. Wanted to sign him then before he went to Indianapolis. He had a very good first season. I believe 11 touchdowns his first year. And you had Andrew Luck. You saw the influx or the instability, whatever you want to call it, and Indianapolis with the quarterback position. So his numbers dropped, and he had drops, and he just wasn't as effective as he was the first year. But I still think he's a good player for a system. But when they're talking about, you're looking at these average salaries for these kind of top guys right here, kind of out. There are some other tight ends that are out there that are good, but they're just old, in their 30s, 31, 32, and I just feel like Cowboys don't need that. They already had that with Witten. Stay young, stay around that 24 to 28-year range if you're going with any kind of free agent. Stay in that range, except for Tyler Eifert. I think he's a young 30, 31 because he's been injured. But I wouldn't mind a Tyler Eifert if you could if you get a Tyler Eifert for the low for a year, I definitely wouldn't mind that, and then draft a tight end, which we're going to talk about right now. Donation. See how this comes out? But let's see here. I don't know if you can see these names. Is there any guys that you like as for the tight end position? I know there's a couple guys. I haven't really got to study these tight ends for real. I have not. I've saw a few of them, but not really. But some names that obviously have stuck out to me. Number one has been Thaddeus Moss. I wanted Thaddeus Moss. I actually tweeted him, told him to please go pro, so the Cowboys can draft you and forget that mistake that they did by not drafting your pops. Because I followed Thaddeus Moss' career since he was in high school. Because obviously he was Randy Moss's son, and I wanted to see could he, make the transition. Would he be that type? And it surprised me because how Moss was. He was wiry, was small as far as his frame. I thought his son would kind of be the same thing. So I was, kind of took aback when he was big and he was a tight end. So I was interested to see. It went to NC State. Didn't work out there. Came over to LSU. I believe he had 41 catches last year. Caught everything in his way. I don't think he had one pass drop. I watched his last game. I just watched a game of his strictly on him when they played Auburn. He was catching everything his way. Good chip blocks. Pretty good blocker in the run game. Was catching everything his way. Not a supreme athlete by any means, but very functional athlete, but can run and block. Run block, can pass catch. I like the options out of Thaddeus Moss. People are saying, he'd be a second-day selection, and I think that's where the Cowboys are going to draft because I think they are going to draft a tight end, and I think it'll be in the mid-rounds or when they probably attack that again. I think it would behoove them to do that because they are bare as far as tight ends go. So, Hunter Bryant, Bryce Hopkins, haven't really saw them. I have looked at Jared Pinkney from Vanderbilt. I like Pinkney. big tight end, big thick guy, about 265, about 260, big boy, about 6'4". Not a super athlete, but is a big guy. But has some quick. He's light on his feet, and I liked his tape. Was seeing some of his highlight film. I like him. I looked at Cole. I believe it's. I don't know if it's Cole Met, and the K is silent, from Notre Dame. Great hands. Pretty good route runner. Not the biggest guy, but he's that modern day type tight end. I don't think he's gonna kill you with anything, but has really good hands. Also got to look at Adam Troutman from Dayton. I like him. He's a playmaker. I know he played in a small division, but he is a playmaker, and I like him as well. He's versatile. Didn't really see a lot of his blocking. Had to watch more of his tape, but from what I'm seeing, he can pluck things out the air. He goes and gets it, and so he was exciting to me. Doesn't look like a great tight end class like those top guys that get you 2 or 3 tight ends in the first or second round. Doesn't look like that to me. Looks like a lot of that defense, because that's what I'm focused on. That's why I'm going to the combine for, to look at that defense, because I think that's what the Cowboys really need to establish in the draft. But if any of these guys that are top guys drop, and we can see them maybe 4th or 5th round, maybe a 4th rounder again, they did it before. So I could see the Cowboys scooping somebody. I would love more than anything else for them to get Moss, not be just because of the name. I think he's a pretty good tight end. I think he worked well with a Blake Jarwin going forward. Oh, hell. Kyler Thurman, you said they just released Snacks Harrison? Nice. I'll definitely look at some Snacks Harrison. Remember when he was out in free agency for so? Hey, ho, Vondell Jackson with the goal. Did I look like I played some soccer? With the 1999 holla. Vondell, you just be smacking me with them bills, bro. You need to stop doing that. Stop smacking me like that. You ain't need to smack me. Booth ain't gonna love that. And appreciate you to get for the combine and the draft. These proceeds go to the combine and to the draft. So please, don't let Vondell be the only one today. Donate so you can get Coach. I was about to say Coach J. Big game. Going to that combine next weekend. And then the draft in April. We're going to have that popping, man. That's going to be a good time. We're going to have a lot of fun as far as I know it's Vegas. I'll probably kick it a little bit, but, man, we're going to be on the grind right there. Really good footage, real good stuff. Going to try to buy me some new equipment. Got a new job today. Got a new job actually a couple days ago. I don't know if I told you that. So shout-outs, got a new job. Really good job. Can I tell y'all this? I don't know if I'll get in trouble. You know what? They drug test, and guess what they didn't drug test for? They didn't drug test for marijuana. Isn't that crazy? I've never had a job that has not drug tested for marijuana, and they told me. I thought that was really kind of weird. Like, I thought they were setting me up. I thought they were trying to trick me. They were like, yeah, we like you. We're going to get the job, everything. You're going to do a drug test. I was like, okay. I said, okay. And they was like, oh, yeah, they test for everything except marijuana. What? I ain't never heard of that. What the hell? Y'all don't do that? Okay, cool. Let's do this. I said, let's do this. They said, yeah, we don't drug test for no marijuana. We drug test for everything else. I said, hey, ho. I said, hey, ho. You feel me, No Dak Ninja? When they told me that, though, when they said that, I said, oh, hell, I don't want no other job. See, please don't judge me. Just love me. Don't judge me. Just love me. But when they said that, and I had applied at all these other jobs, and they told me that, I said, I want this job. Thank you, Mr. David Jenkins. I said, I want this job. Yes, you know how I go. This is for the nation to help make it grow. Yes, Vondell, and you've been a huge supporter, bro. I want to tell you that. There's been a lot of other people, but Vondell, you've been a huge, major supporter to helping making this thing great, man. And I just want to, from the bottom of my heart, because I'm about to end this. We talked about the tight ends. We know what it is. But, man, I just appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, man. You've come real with me from day one about how you wanted to help support and grow the nation. And it really it speaks volumes to you. I got the utmost respect for you, and I definitely appreciate all you've done to help grow the nation, and I'm forever grateful for it. And I won't let you down. Definitely for the way you donate and the way you support, I'm definitely not going to let you down and continue to bring in that fire coverage, content, all that good stuff, because I would definitely respect that, because people don't have to do it, and the fact that they do it to make this thing great is humbling to me, and it's much respect from my end. So I definitely got 100 million respect for you, as well as a lot of other people that are in this feed and have helped as well. So shout outs to you, big dog. But before I get off of here, I want to tell you one thing. We got a banging interview. Skywalker Steel actually got a fire interview. You know how we do. I mean, we a tandem. He got his solo thing over there with his show, and it's over there growing. Make sure you go over there and support Skywalker Steel. I know y'all are. But we're a tag team duo. But it's a beautiful thing because we can have our own entities, do our own things with our own shows, but come together. I'm trying to think of a group kind of like Martin and Will Smith. That's the way it is. Will Smith said, you know what, we hadn't worked together in forever, but when we come together, it's just like magic. And I couldn't see myself doing any other Bad Boys without my dog Martin. I feel the same way with my dog Skywalker Steel. He does his thing on a solo, I do my thing on a solo, but when we come together, it's banging. But long story short, he got a fire interview. I'm going to let him tell you the name because I'm not going to throw it out there because this is his fire interview, and it's going to be connected with us. So we're both going to go live on Monday, getting it popping for a 7-year veteran player that you guys know about, definitely. And it's going to be a hot interview that's going down this Monday on both our channels, on Skywalker Steel channel and on my channel. Another great interview. You know how we do. You know how we bring it. And you're definitely going to like this one too. When we get closer to the day, we'll tell you what the name is, but I definitely think you're going to like it and the insight that they are going to bring to the table. So you know how we do, man. We on the grind. We're always trying to find the next great interview, the next great person that's out there, Cowboys football, whether it's media, current players, former players, whoever. We're trying to bring them out here on Seven Blue Nation, Skywalker Steel, Law Nation, everybody that's in cahoots. It's going down. And also tomorrow, if you're not doing anything else, tomorrow night, I believe 9 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to have a roundtable with Vash Lombardi, Tyson West Coast, and Boss Cowboys. That's going to be going down tomorrow, I believe, on Vash Lombardi's channel. Roundtable tomorrow. First time I was on a roundtable with Vash in a long time. So I haven't, kicked it with Tyson in a while as well, and just had Boss Cowboy on my show, I think like 2 or 3 days ago. And Boss came with that fire book. You need to go check that out. Go look up Boss Cowboys on Amazon. Boss Cowboy, I believe, guide. And they'll come up with that NFL guide, and it's hard, dog. I'm telling you, I've been watching it, reading it, looking at it, all that good stuff. And it ain't no joke. So make sure you check out that roundtable tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Myself, Vash Lombardi, Tyson West Coast, and Boss Cowboys, and that'll be interesting to say the least. And we'll see how that goes, and then we'll get that interview popping Monday, and we'll probably do a show tomorrow. So whatever's clever, you know how we do. Appreciate everybody that jumped in the feed. Appreciate the love that everybody showed with the talk on our tight ends. But from here, we want Blake Jarwin to be the man. Hey, I'm cool scooping somebody for a year like a Tyler Eifert, and then draft you a tight end and maybe a mid-round, and I think that'd be a good outlook for the Cowboys as far as the tight end situation. Probably get some Dalton Schultz a little more time as far as that blocking goes. But let's go ahead and move on from the Witten thing. If you want to go to the Giants or whatever, go ahead. But I need Dez Bryant to keep that record too, big dog. Sorry, Jason. But one of them records you can't have, and that's one. And I'm praying that you don't get it. Maybe that's why Dez ass is back out there training and working out, because he's trying to get some more touchdowns in Dallas so he can put that record farther away. Who knows? It could be happening like that. Like, it could. Wouldn't it be funny if it was happening like that before I get off here? Wouldn't that be funny if he was coming back? Not to say that he's not coming back because he don't want to win or he don't want to win a Super Bowl, but let's not act like that these players don't be looking at that type stuff. Like, nah, dude, you ain't getting my record. I'm going to train, get my stuff back in shape, and I'm trying to get back on the squad and push that out of sight. Them cats don't think that them people are human, and they do the same thing like anybody else. They react the same way. So they're human. So don't act like it couldn't happen. I'm listening to y'all. Y'all funny. Yeah, they be tripping. Free to weed. What up, KG? I mean, I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna just say this about the chronic. I'm 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 not for. I'll just say this. I'm not 420 against. I'm a 420 advocate. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm a 420 advocate. If other people don't like that, that's fine. You get what I'm saying? Like, I totally don't hate on anybody that doesn't like 420, the marijuana. If you know, especially with the league, you just seen Greg Robinson get popped for 157 grams, not grams, 157 pounds. I said grams, 157 pounds of marijuana over at the border. So we know it's real. But I just think, honestly, in my opinion about that, I just think it's a bad stigma, in my opinion. Just if you really want to talk about that, because let's think about it. You have alcohol that, and like I believe 84, it was at the age of 18 you could still drink alcohol. They raised it to 21. They just raised the cigarettes to 21, which they should. But when you look at alcohol and what it does to your body and what it can do, and then it is a killer, and it's going to kill you, but we still buy it, and it can kill you if you overdo it. It can't kill you. Cigarettes, addictive, nothing good out of cigarettes in my opinion, but they sell it to you. They're selling and they're telling you on the box that this can kill you and will kill you if you continue to do it over habitually, and they're selling it to you. But I don't see a lot of cases where people are dying of marijuana and things of that nature. Maybe it happens, but just in my opinion, I'm just 420 advocate, and I always will be. But hey, if your job says you can't do it, then hey, you gotta abide by that. You feel me? If your job drug tests you, something happens, hey, you have to abide by that. But it is what it is. But I don't hate on it. Jawan, he said you got me. Hey, I like to drink. I'm gonna keep it real. I like to drink my drink. I just got some Captain Morgan's. Boot thing got me some Captain Morgan's. I love some Crown Royal, Jawan. I'm gonna keep it real. I love me some Crown Royal. If I'm a drink, I like liquor. I'll drink beer. I'll drink beer. Like, I'll drink some beer, like, for real. But liquor is my thing. But I'm not, I don't need to drink liquor all the time. Like, I don't need alcohol. Like, I like alcohol. It's cool. I like liquor. I can't say I don't. But I don't need it. But 420 advocate, that's a lifer. That's something that's a lifer right there. So we'll see how it goes with the CBA and the NFL, because something needs to be done with that, because too many NFL players are smoking weed and smoking marijuana like they are. In basketball, they don't trip on it like that, like they do in the NFL. And baseball, you've seen what they're doing in baseball, minor league. They're not even going to be testing for it like that soon. So NFL needs to get on board, half the league is smoking weed anyway. You hear all these guys that when they retire from the NFL, they're all smoking. Chris Long, Calvin Johnson, what's the cat? Percy Harvin. I mean, so many of these guys are smoking marijuana anyway, like for real. And they say they don't want to deal with taking needles and taking pills to, medicate them or, help their body self-heal. And they say marijuana helps them. And I don't see what the big deal about it is, especially, they're talking about cracking down on the games suspended. I don't understand. I understand anything if you abuse it. I get that. I understand it. But come on, man. Let's keep it all the way funky. Like, for real. Like, let's keep it real. That's hurting people out there like it is. I don't think so. You wouldn't have all these damn states that are legalizing it now because they know. I don't care. They know. Weed ain't. You ain't going up smoking blunts and all this stuff, busting people's heads open and murdering people and jumping through windows and breaking in people's crib because you smoked a blunt. I mean, that's just my opinion. Y'all feel me, though? It is what it is. So we'll see what happens at CBA because they're going to want them concessions, and I think that's why they're pushing that 17 game because they're like, we'll give you them 17 games. You give us some 17 games, we'll work it out. Hey, ho, Young Wilson with the $2.99 holla blunts. Need donations. Laugh out loud. What's up, Big Game James? BGJ, what's up with you, big dog? Party and BS. Blunts on deck. I love you, Young. I appreciate you. Aloha. But they need to do something with that. Y'all want to talk a little more? I don't want to talk about 5 more minutes. Come on, stay in here. Let's talk 5 more minutes. What y'all want to talk about? Shrooms. I did shrooms one time. And yeah, that didn't go so well. I was talking to this girl. She was going to Ohio State. She was actually full-bred Indian, like not India, but Indian. And we kicked her. Name was Jody. Real nice girl. But we went out to, I'll never forget, we went out to this park. It was late at night, and she had these shrooms. And, I was young, like 20-something years old, and she was like, yeah, let's do these shrooms. And, I heard about shrooms. For real, I heard about them, but, I was nervous. I ain't going to lie. I took them jokers, and I ain't like that experience, man. Like, the forest and the trees and, what I'm saying, all that stuff was just, I don't know if I was hallucinating, but it felt like it was moving and attacking me, and she was messing with me. And hey ho, Jawan James with a $10 holla straight from my Crown Royal benefits. Hell yeah, I love it, big dog. Drink one from me. All right, appreciate you, big dog. But man, I did them shrooms, y'all, and woo. Hey ho, I got a $1.99 holla, big BGJ. You need to try a blunt with shrooms. Hell to the no. No, not the kid. Not doing that. Anyway, I did them shrooms and the trees. They did too much stuff was moving. She was messing with me, laughing and messing with me, and I just didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. I was like, no, I'd rather just smoke blunts. I'd rather just smoke blunts. If I'm going to do anything, I'm not doing shrooms. So I'm not doing that again. Maybe they improved it or whatever. Maybe it wasn't meant for me, but I'm not doing that again. The U says, yes, you were hallucinating. Yeah, I was hallucinating it because I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. I don't like where I feel like things are moving, and I don't like where I'm not in control. and I didn't feel like I was in control that night. And I don't like that. I mean, that's why I don't really like getting twisted as far as alcohol. I don't like getting that pissy drunk. Number one, because I don't like the feeling afterwards. Like, that's the worst feeling in the world when you're pissy drunk. But I just don't like not being aware of my surroundings. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, I like to know where I'm at all times because I don't trust people. I don't trust nobody. I feel like somebody always trying out to get you. You get what I'm saying? So I always like being around my surroundings, and I don't like being all messed up. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, you tap the blunt or whatever, you still understanding what's going on. That's just me. Just me. They need to figure that out. The U says I could have ate too much for my first time. Also depends on what type of shrooms you ate. See, here's the thing. I didn't know. Like, I didn't know the difference between what are good shrooms, what are bad shrooms. Like, you feel me? Like weed. Like, you know, weed, there's the reg, there's all kind of. We all know. Just like there's all kind of alcohol. So I didn't know. I just know I'm not doing it again. Where's my boo thing? But she need to come in here and drop me some more Captain Morgan's. Boo thing! You drink all that? She need to come back in here with that, though. Yeah, I will tell you. One story before I get off of here about the driving slower than you. Dick Gregory. One day I was driving, right? I was on the freeway. And it was one of those days we kicked it, had a great time, partied, and 420 was lovely that day. And I'll never forget I was driving on the freeway. You know, you're talking about people driving slow. I'll never forget I was driving on the freeway. And everybody was just blowing their horns, just driving past. They was blowing their horns like crazy. I'm like, why? Or okay, yeah, I get it. I'm on the freeway driving 40 miles an hour. Just come on, babe. Where the drink at? You came back here, ain't bring the drink. But yeah, I was going slow as hell. Slow. Everybody just blowing their horns, light flashing me. I'm just going like 40 like I'm an old person driving on the freeway. Like, wow. No, Bill Hicks. I have never listened to Bill Hicks. Who's Bill Hicks? Tell me who's Bill Hicks. Stevie Mack says Captain Morgan's private stock is legit. What's y'all's favorite drink? What's y'all's favorite? Give me y'all's drink of choice. And let's talk liquor. Let's talk liquor. What's your drink of choice? I personally love Hennessy. I like Crown. I'm a Hennessy guy. I love Hennessy, Crown Royal, Tanqueray. Now, I try to leave Tanqueray alone because gin make you sin. I act like a whole different animal, or I act like an animal on some gin. I'm an animal on some gin. Like, I get some Tanqueray in me, you better watch out. It's gonna be some stuff going down with me, some Tanqueray, for real. But so I stay away from gin because it does make you sin. But I love some Hen Dog. I love me some Crown. I'll drink whatever. Like, I don't like them cinnamon stuffs or nothing like that. But I'm gonna say Hennessy, Hen Dog. I'm going for that. What's y'all's choice? We ain't even talking about no damn football no more in tight ends. People like, what kind of video is that? You supposed to be talking about tight ends. You talking about Tanqueray? Oh, well. Hey, we had some white Hennessy. Well, I did. I'm sorry, boo. Don't yell at me. She going to get mad at me because I had one of my people, George Brooks, send me a bottle of white Hennessy. It was so damn good. I had never had white Hennessy. My cousin had got it from Jamaica because I guess they don't have it in the States. And I took one sip of that, and I killed that shit. I killed that white Hennessy. I ain't play around with that. No Jack Nin says, I used to drink Hypnotic and Hennessy. Woof. South of Heaven, Fireball. Hell no. No Fireball around me. Stevie Mack says, beer or bourbon. The U can't drink dark alcohol anymore. Too much alcohol poison as a youth. Whoa. The U says Belvedere and rum. Ooh. 43 Flex White Hennessy. Loon says he don't drink. You good. South of Heaven, Crown Apple. I like me some Crown Apple. You like Crown Apple, babe? I like Crown Apple. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mess with that Hypnotic, man. I don't mess with no Hypnotic no more. You know what I used to tap? That Paul Masson. You know my worst? Have y'all ever had Wild Irish Rose? I did that as a kid. I will never, ever, 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 ever in my life ever drink Wild Irish Rose. I drunk Wild Irish Rose dry, white dry. Worst feeling in my life, and I guzzled that. The worst feeling, the worst dry. I to this day, if I walk past Wild Irish Rose, I would go. Ugh. I have never. I did the last time I drank that was when I was 17. Me and my friend got twisted, and I was at his crib. Oh my God, that's the worst ever. Never ever will drink Wild Irish Rose again. Never, never. Yeah, we got to do it, dog. South of Heaven. Got to do it, South of Heaven 88. Boo thing you like. Yeah, she like them fruity drinks. Ooh, yes, Mad Dog 2020. Now, I could sip Mad Dog. I ain't going to guzzle. Like, because back in the day, me and my homies, we used to kill that Mad Dog 2020. And that was so stupid because that stuff smacked you in the face, man. Oh, my gosh. Ninja Nut says, I threw up Bailey's. I ain't touching no Bailey's. No, that's what she loves. She loves Bailey's. She drink that Bailey's. I ain't touching Bailey's. No, none of that creamy liquor. Ugh, gross. No licorice. You know what else made me bad? What's that licorice? Jaeger. Ugh, Jaeger. Oh my God, bad experience on Jaeger. Never again. Never again, no Jägermeisters or Jaeger Bombers, whatever those were called. Never again. Never. So, Wild Irish Rose and them Jaeger Bombers, never. Ever. Never, ever, 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 ever. Captain Crown, Turkey, JD. I like some Jack Daniels. Yeah, I feel y'all. Yes, because alcohol has all that sugar. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. That's why you got to watch it. Oh, no. Hey, to you. Let me tell you something about my Steel Reserve. You see what he said, babe? You see the Steel Reserve? Woohoo! Don't let me bark that Steel Reserve to you. I'll throw some King Cobra on you. I'll throw some old English on you. You feel me? Like I'll go hard if I need to. Like I try not to touch any of that, but bruh, don't make me take it way back and go hard with the old English, the 800. Old English 800. Big Steel James. Yes, I'll eat that Steel Reserve. I'm sorry, I still will. I ain't gonna lie, I still will. I know all about that, dog. I know all about that. I was in the 90s going reckless, going hard in the paint. King Cobra 2, yep. Yep, I did. King Cobra 2. Sorry. Gutter. Sorry. Gutter. Ice House 2. Natty Daddy that just came out. My homie, my cousin hit me to the Natty Daddy. My cousin hit me to the Natty Daddy. Woo, 100 proof Captain Morgan. I don't know about that, big dog. I ain't doing no 100 proof. I mean, now, I had, when I used to live in Virginia, I had some of these hillbillies that I used to kick it with, and they used to do moonshine. And they would have me come over. They loved watching me drink moonshine because it was just the funniest thing to them. It was just one big joke because I was always burning up and shit. But this moonshine was ridiculous. And I mean, they had all the little contraptions and all that stuff. And I was like, I ain't scared of no moonshine. What? When Method Man said, I put hair on your chest with something like that with drinking, man, I'm telling you that you'll grow hair in your chest after drinking some real moonshine. Everclear and lemonade. Woo. It does kind of sound good the way you said it, Everclear and lemonade. It does sound kind of good, though. Juwan James says you should try the Captain Morgan Spice Rum with some Southern Comfort eggnog. Woo! That does sound good. I might have to try that, Juwan. Spiked eggnog. I don't really mess with eggnog, but I might have to go that route. I might have to go. I'm gonna have to try that. Mm-hmm. Captain is good. Captain does flow with everything, doesn't it? I was doing the pose the other day. I had my pose, my Captain Morgan's pose. But I'm gonna get off here, y'all. Gotta chill with my boo thing since it's our anniversary. Had a great talk. We talked about tight ends, but this was actually even better. This was fun. So let's do more of this. We can always talk Cowboys football, but please, you know what? It's okay for us to talk about 10 minutes about just life. You know what I'm saying? It's okay for us to just talk about life sometimes. You know what I'm saying? What be going on with all of us? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes current events. We always going to talk Cowboys football. We always ride and die Cowboys football all day, all night. Sometimes it's cool to talk about this to break the monotony of Cowboys football. So I appreciate everybody that was in here. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's our anniversary. Me and my boo thing, 2 years together, 5 years known, 2 years together. Been a hell of a ride. Been ups and downs, but you know what? I love it. I love her, and she's my all, and I just want to give her all the props in the world because she has supported me like no other. And fellas, ladies, whoever's listening, when you get a significant other that cares for you and loves for you like no other, there's not a greater feeling in my heart when you know somebody truly, truly loves you. You know what I'm saying? Like when you know somebody is not out for anything else but just your love. That's real. And that's what I appreciate about her. She's a real person and very sweet and very nice and just a real good person, man. You don't meet good people out there any longer. You know what I'm saying? When you meet people out there nowadays, it's always like, what can you do for me? There's always an agenda that goes with it. You get what I'm saying? But I can honestly say about my baby and my boo, there is no agenda with her. She is straight up 100% real like no other, and I am privileged to be able to have such a good woman like her. So that's my thing. Hey, y'all have a great night out there. Be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And let's talk about some Cowboys football here in the future. Big Game James, Silver and Blue Nation. I love y'all. I'm out. Deuces. Peace.